Okay, in this episode, we went out and bought the cheapest 350Z turbo on Facebook Marketplace in the UK. We're going to get up in the air, try and figure out what the crack is underneath, what's actually on the car, have a look, see if the car's bent, if the turbo's fucked, what kind of the turbo setup is. We know it's an APS kit, we know that now, it wasn't in the advert. It drives great, but we'll have a look at the car. What's it like for rust? So we'll send it up in the air anyway, and we'll have a look.
Scav pump's down here as well.
What's that?
The scav pump is down here rather than in the bay.
Yeah, these coilovers are in good order. That's good.
I like that though. I like how they extended this out.
Like, these normally rust to fuck on a 350Z. These are called the kidney brackets.
Spacer system out as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the difference is with it being a convertible, because we're not used to a convertible. I don't think I've ever seen a convertible underneath. And here we are. Fucking hell. So there's this car's a V6. All the light shells were.
Yeah.
So there is a link pipe, and this is as standard on the APS kit, link pipe from the driver's side V-bank over to the passenger side V-bank, which is this here, and then that links together into this turbo. Now, no wonder there weren't any pictures of the turbo, because it's so packed away behind this fucking metal sheet. Wow, this is really tucked up. I mean, it's not lower really much than the bottom of the car, although it does have a nice dump pipe into what is then a pretty shitty standard catback system, which I think definitely wasn't the original setup. I think the car was probably too loud and they've changed it, or it failed its emissions.
Well, yeah, this has been obviously taken apart and welded up.
Yeah, so I think the kit comes with a 4-bolt flange, which is not normal on the kit, and then I think they've chopped out this bit here. Yeah. Between this, obviously got the cat in.
You've actually got your APS plaque on the rear of this as well.
Yes,
serial number.
This 4-band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see that there, can't we?
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think this isn't part of the kit. I think this is been modified, because you wouldn't go from a huge, decent exhaust outpipe to then this fucking like 2 and a. I mean, that's really pinched. So, can we get this panel off? And that is definitely not the factory sump either. And intercooler looks in good shape. Well, obviously it's boosted. Jesus Christ, obviously it's boosted. So what we're trying to do is figure out the turbo setup. I couldn't find much on the APS single turbo kit online, other than the fact that it was like $5.5 grand for the kit back in the day, back in 2008, 2010 kind of thing. And then APS went to predominantly selling twin turbo systems. But this drives great, so I want to find out. And I'm thrilled with these coilovers, because tines normally rust like shit, but these are really good. The car itself is really good. It's got some HKS brake lines on it, which is nice. Okay, fucking hell. Right, this isn't standard at all. So this is the route for the intercooler pipe. Runs along here. On the light for us. Yeah. Oil feed, oil pressure sensor. This is all so nicely tightly packed. And the aircon pump is still on there, which is something that I actually really want to keep. I've got a boosted 350Z on a pink 350Z competition car. turbo kit that came with it, the Technics Rev 9 is an eBay turbo kit in the US basically. You've got to lose the aircon. But on this, it's been kept. So this is the aircon pump up here, which is nice that it's been kept. It's got this huge fucking sump on it, which is quite nice. There's a little bit of an oil leak somewhere. Where's that coming from?
Is that a genuine Nissan filter? Is that right? Or?
Yeah, it's a Nissan filter, yeah. But there's a slight leak on the sump. That sump's really nice. I might take it off, stick it on my pink one, you know. This is the oil feed on the light. This is the oil feed for the turbo. So this is the feed back into the sump from this really big fucking, I mean, that's massive, that, isn't it? This is the same route that the Rev 9 turbo kit takes.
Yeah, but with the Rev 9 one, is it the up pipe that goes that way?
Yeah, it's actually the exhaust on the up pipe.
Yeah, rather than the colour.
Yeah, because on the Rev 9 the turbo kit's right, the turbo's right at the front behind the headlight.
What are you doing, Christian?
I'm just whipping this intake pipe off so I can see the so it's so tucked away.
Oh yeah, it spins for ages, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't think it's Chinese.
No, it's not Chinese.
But how long's it been on, do we think?
I reckon it's done about 20,000 miles. So it's in good order, but I'd like to know what turbo it is to really give us an idea of what it's capable of doing and what its limitations are and how much power we can get back by sorting out this wanky exhaust.
Standard 350, aren't it?
Yeah, so we right, this is I've got a V35 Skyline, which is basically like a 350Z road car. Here's a clip of it. Anyway, we put it on the dyno and that's the result. So this is fairly standard stuff, 272 horsepower. The car's basically standard except it's got an exhaust system on it. This is the dyno graph that came with the car, and the power curve should run up and nice and sort of peak over. What this one does, this is the horsepower here. It sort of runs up nice, it crests at about 5.8, 6.2, and then it starts to peter off. What this one does is at 5.2, it comes up nice and aggressive. There's a torque curve, torque comes up, and then suddenly it sort of flatlines, and then it starts to come down and starts to lose power from 5.2 to 5.5, 5,500, and these rev up to sort of 6.8, is it, something like that? And the torque curve should come up and ideally stay up and then sort of stay kind of level, or just sort of like a rounded hill, almost like this one here, but it doesn't. So we need to figure out why this runs up and then runs down. So either it's not running that much boost, or it's really restrictive. This exhaust is definitely not going to be helping. This is going to be holding it back.
It might be decatted, you know.
£1 million there's a cat in there. Anyway, so there is a chance that this actually isn't 340, that it's more and that there was an issue on the day. So if you want to see this on the dyno, you want to see us blow it up, want to see what power it makes with it, obviously we're going to change the exhaust and then we're going to throw it on the dyno. We're not going to do anything else other than change the exhaust, put a boost gauge on it so we can see what the boost it's running. So if you want to see it blow up, you want to see it going on the dyno, subscribe.